On the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula lies Singapore, a tiny island with an outsized story. Though small in size, its ambitions have always been anything but modest. In just over 60 years, Singapore has transformed from a struggling port into one of the world's wealthiest and most dynamic nations, defying expectations at every turn. Its skyline, once modest and unassuming, now gleams with futuristic towers and architectural marvels that symbolize its progress. Despite its small size and lack of natural resources, Singapore's GDP per capita surpasses many larger, resource-rich countries. It stands as a testament to what vision and hard work can achieve. This is a story of vision, strategy, and relentless determination, a journey shaped by bold leadership and the collective will of its people. From the very start, Singapore's leaders knew that survival meant making the island indispensable to the world, turning challenges into opportunities. With no oil, minerals, or farmland, its only resources were its people and its strategic location at the crossroads of global trade. The journey was anything but easy. Every step forward demanded sacrifice, resilience, and a willingness to adapt. Through tough choices and unified purpose, Singapore built a secure, prosperous home for its citizens, where opportunity and stability go hand in hand. Today, it's a global hub for finance, technology, and trade, a place where East meets West and innovation thrives. But what were the key decisions behind this extraordinary success? What challenges lie ahead for this ever-evolving nation? And what can the world learn from Singapore's unique path? A path marked by innovation, pragmatism, and unity. Join us as we explore the rise of this remarkable city-state and uncover the lessons it offers to the world. To truly appreciate Singapore's remarkable transformation, we must journey back to 1965, when the nation was thrust into independence, facing an uncertain and daunting future. Expelled from Malaysia, Singapore was left to fend for itself. The country grappled with high unemployment, widespread poverty, and inadequate housing. Its streets were crowded, and its people struggled to find hope in the midst of hardship. Its first Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew, famously wept on national television, fully aware of the immense challenges that lay ahead for his young nation. Surrounded by larger, sometimes hostile neighbors, and lacking natural resources, even fresh water, Singapore's prospects seemed bleak. The odds were stacked against its survival. The sudden withdrawal of the British military, a major employer, threatened to deepen the economic crisis and leave thousands jobless. The population was a diverse mix of Chinese, Malay, and Indian communities, each with their own languages and traditions, but little sense of national identity or unity. In this moment of crisis, Lee Kuan Yew and the People's Action Party stepped forward, determined to chart a new course for Singapore's future. Their bold strategy was to make Singapore indispensable to the world, by ensuring stability, security, and a government with zero tolerance for corruption. English was promoted as a common language, bridging ethnic divides and connecting Singaporeans to the global economy, opening doors to international trade and investment. The government took a strong central role in development, building public housing, managing the economy, and providing jobs for its people. This top-down approach, born out of necessity, guided Singapore through its most vulnerable years and set the stage for rapid progress. The focus was on discipline, hard work, and a shared pursuit of progress, values that would become the backbone of the nation's success. This soft authoritarianism became a defining feature, laying the foundation for Singapore's future stability and prosperity. Ultimately, the nation's survival depended on unity, pragmatic leadership, and the unwavering belief that Singapore could overcome any obstacle. With a clear plan, Singapore's leaders tackled unemployment by building a manufacturing base. They invited foreign companies, offering tax breaks and a stable workforce, to set up factories in labor-intensive industries. Singapore's strategic location at the crossroads of major shipping lanes was its greatest asset. Heavy investment in port infrastructure turned it into a global logistics hub. Early industrialization was just the beginning. As the workforce became more skilled, Singapore shifted to high-value manufacturing, electronics, petrochemicals, precision engineering. The island evolved from a simple workshop to a sophisticated factory for the world. Massive investments in infrastructure, roads, industrial parks, a world-class airport, supported this growth. The Housing and Development Board provided affordable homes, giving citizens a stake in the nation's success. By building stability, infrastructure, and a skilled workforce, Singapore created an environment where business could thrive. This foundation set the stage for its future prosperity. By the 1980s, Singapore's leaders set their sights on transforming the city-state into a global financial powerhouse, aiming to rival the world's most prominent capitals like London, New York, and Hong Kong. The government took bold steps to liberalize the financial sector, opening up markets and creating a secure, business-friendly environment that encouraged innovation and growth. With low corporate taxes and no capital gains or inheritance taxes, Singapore became a magnet for multinational companies and wealthy individuals seeking a stable base for their operations and investments. Political stability, efficient governance, and a strong rule of law made Singapore uniquely attractive for foreign capital, setting it apart from many other emerging markets. As a result, money poured in from around the globe, transforming the city into a leading financial center in Asia and beyond. Thousands of multinational corporations established their regional headquarters here, and Singapore quickly became a major hub for wealth management, private banking, and investment services. This influx of investment created high-paying jobs, diversified the economy, and elevated the standard of living for many Singaporeans. The government responded by investing heavily in education and training, preparing the workforce for new opportunities in knowledge-based and technology-driven industries. Singapore was no longer just a port or a factory. It had evolved into a brain center, a place where ideas, talent, and capital from all over the world converged to create new possibilities. This strategic shift cemented Singapore's place as a dominant force in the global economy, with its influence felt far beyond its shores. The island's remarkable transformation was guided by consistent, long-term vision, careful planning, and a relentless drive to succeed on the world stage. By the 2000s, Singapore was a wealthy business hub, but leaders saw the need to attract top global talent. The city had to become more than efficient. It needed to be vibrant and exciting. Massive land reclamation projects created space for architectural icons like Marina Bay Sands and lush parks, earning the nickname City in a Garden. The government reversed a casino ban, developing integrated resorts with luxury hotels, shopping, and entertainment. High-profile events like the Formula One night race showcased Singapore's glamour. The city cultivated a world-class dining scene, arts, and international schools. By offering economic opportunity, safety, and a high-end lifestyle, Singapore became a magnet for global talent. The strategy worked. Singapore became a place where the world's elite wanted to live, work, and play. Its image as a sterile city faded, replaced by a dynamic, cosmopolitan identity. As wealth exploded across Asia, Singapore became the region's private banking capital. Political stability, strong rule of law, and attractive tax policies drew billionaires and their families. Beyond financial security, Singapore offered world-class healthcare, education, and unmatched safety. The influx of wealth fueled a real estate boom and a thriving ecosystem of luxury services. Singapore became a playground for the rich, with supercars and exclusive clubs. The government's strategy was clear: concentrate wealth to power the economy. High-net-worth individuals created jobs and supported local businesses. By positioning itself as the Switzerland of Asia, Singapore ensured a steady flow of capital and economic resilience. This approach solidified its status as the region's wealthiest nation. Singapore's success has brought new challenges. The influx of global wealth has driven up the cost of living, making it one of the world's most expensive cities. Housing prices have soared, putting private property out of reach for many young Singaporeans. Heavy reliance on foreign labor has created social friction and concerns about overcrowding. The government must balance economic needs with citizens' concerns. An aging population threatens future growth, with fewer young workers to support retirees. Regional competition is rising as neighbors replicate Singapore's model. To stay ahead, Singapore must innovate and adapt. The easy gains are gone. The future demands even greater ingenuity. The nation's next chapter will be defined by how it meets these complex challenges. Singapore's economic miracle is often discussed alongside its tight political controls. The government has long argued that limits on civil liberties are necessary for stability and harmony. Media is closely monitored, protests are restricted, and critics face legal challenges. Defenders say this discipline delivers safety, prosperity, and racial harmony. Many Singaporeans accept the trade-off prosperity in exchange for limited freedoms. But a younger, more vocal generation is questioning this social contract. The rise of the internet and social media is making control harder. The future will likely see ongoing negotiation between control and demands for greater freedom. Singapore's journey from vulnerable outpost to global leader is a testament to visionary leadership and national unity. Its gleaming skyline and prosperity are proof of a model that delivered extraordinary results. The pillars of success, stability, manufacturing, finance, and lifestyle are clear. Yet new challenges threaten continued prosperity. High costs, social tensions, aging, and competition. The new leadership must adapt to a more politically engaged society. Singapore's story raises profound questions about the balance between economic growth and political freedom. Can it reinvent itself again to meet the demands of a new era? The world is watching as this small island charts its next giant leap.